So it was a pretty nice day outside, and I had a stack of bullet wheels in my garage that I had just picked up recently at the local pick-apart, and I decided it was time to clean up these wheels. And what I like about these wheels is three of them have good tires on them, almost brand new tires. You can see that the tread is pretty deep on them, so nice tires here. I was very happy about that. One of them does not have a new tire. The other three match, and the third one was just flat. So um, I decided to go ahead and pull them out and clean them up because that's what I like to do with all the wheels I get, and just start out by just getting all the dirt and grime off of them. I believe the car was probably driven it on a dirt lot or rolled through a dirt lot at some point when the car was in pick apart. Unfortunately, the car was down there. So these are the 2003 to 2004 bullet wheels. There was a difference between the '01 and the '02 versus the '03, '04. So these are the darker anthracite color wheels. I like them a lot. They're the ones that I have on my silver '04 behind me. They're the same ones that would have come on my silver '04. The wheels were unfortunately sold before I got to the car when it was being parted out, and before I saved the car. That's okay. So I just wanted to scrub these and clean them up. I did buy another set of these from my brother, and then when I saw these at the wrecking yard, I just couldn't leave them behind, especially with the tires being on them in pretty good shape, and I got them for a pretty good deal. So I just wanted to clean all this grime off and scrub them really good, and I was deciding which car I wanted to use these on. Um, I have a few sets of bullet wheels now. The yellow one is an '02, and it does have a correct set of '01, '02 bullet wheels on it. And these would be a better match for the silver car, being that it's an '04. Now, it doesn't really matter to me. I could have these on any of the GTs and be happy. I like them a lot, and I actually have a set of these on the front of my Bullitt Mustang with the deep dish rear LMR SVE bullet wheels on the back. So cleaning them up, they came out pretty nicely. They're all pretty straight. One of them has a little bit of a bend in the wheel, but it's not anything that's keeping it from holding air or causing a trouble. And I did put them on the back of the car, though, especially the one that had the bend on it, and drove it down the freeway, and it was nice and smooth, no vibrating or any problems like that. And so it's always good to have an extra set of wheels here. And I did need to replace two of the tires pretty soon on that silver GT. That's why if you look in the background, I have a set of Mach 1 wheels on the back, and that's just because the insides of the tires were wearing really bad on that GT when it was on the front of the car before I got the car lined. So I put the wheels that were on the back of that GT forward on the front of the car now that the car's been aligned, and then that's why I was driving on the Mach 1 wheels in the meantime. So I was kind of looking to buy at least two new tires for the bullet wheels I had for that silver car, and in this case they're already mounted, balanced, and there. And you can see the center cap in this wheel. Two of the wheels came with the center caps. If you recall the story of when I got these wheels from the wrecking yard, the other two caps were stolen by somebody who was there while I was getting parts off the cars, and they admitted that they had taken two of the caps. So that's why two of the caps don't have wheels, but never fear, I have some extra caps to go in here that I've gotten over the years. In fact, there was a black GT in another wrecking yard, and the wheel was completely bent and ruined, but the cap was still in it, so I was able to get the cap out of that. So I have an extra cap lying around. I have a couple extra caps, and plus I have so many wheels, I'm not using them all at the same time. I can use the center caps out of those because they're the same as the Mach 1 and Bullitt wheels. The Bullitt wheels have to be my favorite wheel on a Mustang GT. I think they look great. I've always liked them. I think they look good from a distance when they're kind of dark and they have the bright rim, the polished aluminum wheel rim on them, and so I just think it's a great look. So I broke the lug nuts loose with a tire iron, and then I was very happy to use the actual front bumper off this car. You can see it's wrecked from the accident. I have a new actual metal bumper on this car that's underneath the bumper cover, but I used it to chalk the wheels while I lifted up the car. and I thought that was pretty creative, and I was very happy about that. I did save a pair of old rake rotors that I was using to chock the front wheels when I would lift the car, but unfortunately the driveway angle is just steep enough that the car rolled back over it, so those didn't work anymore, but I did have that bumper. So I thought that was just kind of fun. I was looking around at what can I use to chalk the wheels. I know people are probably like, just buy a wheel chalk. Yeah, well, yeah, okay, maybe I should, but I didn't. This is pretty cool, looking good with the bullet wheels back on it. I'm so happy. The car looks complete again. I didn't really mind it with the Mach 1 wheels on there. I know it was a little mismatched, and maybe some people didn't think it looked very good, but I liked it. So it's always nice to have extra wheels, and it's also very nice to have this car looking the way it should again. I'm very happy about that. So here's the part number on the inside of the wheel. Yes, these are Ford wheels. As a matter of fact, I did buy a set of bullet wheels once from somebody, a college student in town who had a GT, and one of the wheels was made in China. I didn't even know they made replica bullet wheels. It looked just like the other ones. The color was slightly off, but it was actually made in China. So here is an actual Ford part number for the car. And I believe the 3R means it's made in 2003, and that's when they changed. Like I said, '01 to '02 was one kind of a bullet wheel, more of a color difference, and '03, '04 was different, so I'm sure that part number reflects that. So anyway, got the car back on the ground, and then I just saved the center cap to pop in when I was all done. So very happy about that. Everything turned out well. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.